Those are two big enough claps. Muhsin and Viraj Waffling here, live and direct, Blossom Lounge. Thank you.
Are we having sex today?
And no, we're not having
Oh,
sex
okay.
today, mate.
My bad. Sorry, I thought different kind of podcast.
We are not having sex today. It's not one of those podcasts. Viraj is tired from a long evening.
Yeah.
Muhsin and is full of energy, as per
It's
usual.
because I'm fat. I get a lot of calories to stay awake. I had a nap before I came here.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah.
I had a feeling I woke you from your sleep.
Yeah. I try not to work too much, Viraj. It's not good for your health.
What is good for your health these days, Muhsin?
For breakfast, I had a Kit Kat and a cup of tea.
No, you did.
I did.
No,
I'll tell
you're
you why. I'll tell you why.
kidding me.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I had a Kit Kat and a cup of tea for breakfast. Because my nephew just came back from playgroup. It was around 11 o'clock. I hadn't had breakfast yet. And he was having a biscuit with some juice. And I was like, well, I'm going to join, talk to him about playgroup, see how it was going, see if he's talking to any girls.
You're really living this kind of like dad life. Like your nephew's come home, you chat to him about school.
Yeah. You don't get much out of him.
Really?
Painting.
What was he painting? Women?
Colouring.
Naked?
I had a sandwich. That's all you get out of him. Who are your friends? I don't know.
Did he want to run through any doors?
Pardon?
Did he want to run through any doors?
He headbutted 2 people.
Yeah, my guy.
What a guy.
We like you, kid. We're gonna get you on here in a couple of years' time.
It's really cute when you pick him up from playgroup because when he sees you, he's at the door like just waiting for you to come through.
Like an excited dog.
Like a little puppy.
Like
It's
a
the most adorable thing. And he runs up to you like it's the first time he's ever seen you. He's like, Diane. And I'm like, come here, let's go. Fuck these kids.
Jump in the murk. Let's go.
Yeah. Come on, you know the vibes.
SUV.
You know how hard it is, right?
Picking
to
up kids
unclip
from
a car
nursery.
seat.
Oh, okay. No, I don't, because I don't have kids.
It's really hard to unclip a car seat. It's really good engineering, whoever invented it. All that to keep these kids safe.
Muhsin, you don't like using your hands, do you?
No, why?
That's why you can't unclip a car seat, mate.
Yeah, I'm not very good with my hands, Viraj.
I'm surprised
Allegedly.
sometimes. Look, whoa, where are you going with this? Look, we're not doing
Movies.
that.
Anyway,
not
carry
right
on.
now. I'm surprised they fit in the cars sometimes.
What, the car seats?
Yeah.
They wouldn't fit in your car.
No, they would.
Not the one we have.
Definitely not.
Our one is like, looks like a whole living room.
Do
It's a
they
big
come
boy
with
car
like
seat.
extras? Do they come with like a side panel to put stuff in and like drinks and
Yeah,
like a TV
funny
these
you
days?
say that. He does have like a little cup holder that
No
he chills
way.
with. Yeah, he does. And it's got little side things so he can rest, sleep that way.
He's too old for the the things that dangle above kids in there.
No, he doesn't have that.
He doesn't have that.
No, he's too cool for that. He didn't have that back then.
Really?
Yeah, he's too cool for that shit.
Man grew up
He's a
on
gangster
road.
kid.
Gangster.
Man like Barry. That's not his real name, but I don't want to give away my nephew's government name.
Barry Ingalls. That's what we're gonna call him from now on. Barry. All right, mate.
How you doing, Viraj? How you doing? Talk to me.
Today has been just the longest day
Yeah.
for a very long time. I came off a very high weekend.
Yeah.
Went to a wedding.
You
I didn't get an arranged
You
marriage.
really went to a wedding.
I went to a wedding. It was the first wedding I've been to in a good like 6 years.
You went to a wedding and you made sure everyone knew about it. You're really living your best life at this wedding.
Mate, I was like, look, we got there an hour early. No one was there. Said to my brother, look, I need some photos for the gram. Need to make me look good. And I don't get in a suit often, and I love wearing a suit and tie. It's a love from a past life. Wall Street.
Yeah.
Wall Street
The
Viraj.
life you thought you were gonna
The life I
have
thought was this. I get a
before
suit.
you patterned up and joined forces with Moo Moo to create a comedic empire.
We've yeah.
It's weird that you work in comedy but you're not funny.
It is true. Though
I'm joking, you're funny in your own way.
Though, I made last week someone laugh for the entirety of about 20 minutes on the way home over
Who?
a phone call.
Maybe you can't say who, but what did you say?
I was just cracking jokes. Mate, I was trying to be like you, mate.
You know who's funny?
Who?
Ali's funny.
Ali is so funny.
Ali is a very funny
Ali
guy.
cracks jokes 24/7,
Yeah, he's
365.
funny. Ali might
and
be
you know what you
naturally
do?
more funny
you
than me.
steal them.
Yeah, I steal all of Ali's jokes. No, here's what happens. Ali says something that has a little bit of comedic gold in it, and then I turn it into stand-up. Ali has funny thoughts, and I'm like, right, let's take that. I'm not going to say the premise. I don't like saying the word premise because Viraj gets excited, right? He takes that, and I just run with it.
It's a good source of like evergreen content because you've got someone that is not thinking about stuff in a comedic way, but they're taking their life, they're making it funny, and you go, right, I'm going to use that.
Yeah, even my missus is funny. She's
Yeah,
got funny
she
perspectives
is.
on things.
She is.
And she has funny ways.
like wanting to steal a duck.
Yeah, allegedly.
Alle-
Allegedly, my missus tried to steal a duck from a park.
No ducks were hurt.
Yeah, no
during
ducks were
this.
hurt in the making of this podcast.
Right, Queenie, it's okay. Your
Apart
ducks are
from for
safe.
my hoist-on rap. Did I pronounce that right? Hoist-on?
I actually don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, but you know what I'm on about, innit?
I know what you're on
yeah,
about.
Yeah,
I've never
Tesco,
had one.
Tesco value meal deal.
I've had duck pancakes before I was vegan, but I think duck is too much of a red meat. It's too red. It's too chewy.
Vegan sausage rolls.
Yeah, they're good.
Do you know what that's alluding to?
No.
Have you not heard the video of Boris Johnson talking about vegan sausage rolls? The way he says vegan.
No, how does he say
He
vegan?
goes, have you had a vegan sausage roll?
Jesus, but Boris, mate, just pull your act together, buddy. It's like, come on.
Who sleeps with Boris Johnson? Yeah, what a disgusting man
Hasn't
to have
he
on
got
top
like
of you.
8 kids from 8 different marriages or 4 different marriages?
Boris
Partners.
is... Listen, Boris doesn't give a fuck.
Boris,
You ask how many kids Boris has, right, in private, he'll tell you he doesn't care.
how many kids does
They asked Boris how many kids he had, and he
Boris
couldn't answer the question.
Johnson have? Right. He's got 6.
He's got, yeah, times by 2. Easy. Boris has
on
6.
the 25th of September, 2021.
He had a COVID baby.
Did he?
Yeah.
How old is this man? He's popping out kids. Mate, UK taxpayers going to be paying for
When
that.
the country is collapsing, Boris is just getting his dick wet, having a good time.
British Prime Minister Boris Johnson on fatherhood.
Yeah.
I change a lot of nappies.
Oh, bollocks. Load of bollocks. He has never changed a nappy in his life.
Do you know what the tweet thread before that is?
What?
Do you hold former President Trump responsible for inciting the January 6th Capitol riot?
Yes. Yes, by the
Look
way.
at this. Look at this. It goes that to that.
We had 2 blonde bellends for the leaders of the Western world, essentially.
Don't like Boris, do you? What has he ever done to you, mate?
He's just a creepy looking man, isn't he? He's quarter Turkish. That explains his erratic behaviour. His grandfather was Turkish on his mother's side.
Really?
Yeah. That explains his erratic behaviour, I think.
I didn't know this.
If you put Boris Johnson in a kebab shop, he just naturally knows how to cut the meat. He gets it.
Muscle memory.
Chili sauce, garlic sauce, my friend, it just comes out. That's actually, you know when they say chili sauce, garlic sauce?
Yeah.
That's what they're asking you. They're just singing the Turkish national anthem. That's all they're doing. That's actually our national anthem.
Being friends with a comedian is by far one of life's great small
Shut
pleasures.
your mouth, Viraj.
It's one of life's great small pleasures.
Do you like, are you enjoying your Turkish tea with
I
your
am.
Turkish friend?
Mate.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Fancy.
What do you say in Turkish?
Şerefe.
Şerefe. No, eye contact. Şerefe. Salam.
I just hit the mic.
It's all right. We're getting some new ones soon. We're
should
gonna make
get
it sound
drunk.
proper podcasting.
We should get drunk and do this podcast. Have we been drunk on a podcast before?
Nope, but let's do it.
Yeah.
Maybe not here, but at some point, in some place.
Halfway through, you just get racist. You just turn around. And another thing
possibly.
about these immigrants, right? Come to our country, stealing our jobs.
That would have been the perfect quote for the one where I'm like, oh, I'll clip it in where I'm like,
I want all immigrants to come to 1 Minute Smoke. We're staging a protest. It's £15 entry though.
if you come on the door, it's 20 quid.
Is it actually?
No.
I'll be honest, I've let bare people in for free on the door.
Have you?
And now, after I didn't get into Dave Chappelle's secret show, I have no regrets
He's
about
just-
doing that. I feel like I did a good deed.
For who? When?
What do you mean?
Did a good deed for who?
I've let so many people in for free at 1 Minute Smoke.
What, in the last 2 shows?
Yeah, on the
Oh,
door.
yeah.
Yeah. I've let like 5 people in for free.
I thought you were talking about 15.
The security always
20.
come up and say, oh, someone's trying to get in. And I'm like, do they have a ticket? No. And they say, do you want to come down and speak to him? And before they say anything, I'm like, I'll just come through. Because really, we've made our money.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? Get a card reader out and then have the venue transfer it over to me? Like,
Makes
no.
life a little bit difficult, but I think that when you're starting out, having people in a room to be
Mate.
like, look,
The fact that they've come, right,
Uh-huh.
without the ability to get a ticket, but they still made the journey, not knowing whether they're going to get in or not, I respect that.
I don't know why.
I'm grateful for that.
I would agree. I just don't know why it's so difficult to pull out a card or use your Apple Pay to pay for the shubs thing.
That's because our tickets sell out in 2 minutes, Viraj.
Well, we're trying to get down to 1 minute.
I've decided if 1 Minute Smoke doesn't work out and you guys start pissing me off, I'm going to start a rival show called 1 Minute and 20 Second Smoke.
It just hasn't got the same ring to it. I just go straight up for 2 minute smoke.
1 Minute Smoke's a really good name, by the way.
I don't know where or what you were smoking when you came up with it, but
I don't think I did come up with it.
who came up with it?
I think Warren suggested all the smoke, and then
But
someone
we couldn't do all the smoke because it's already a podcast.
and then someone someone may have said 1 minute smoke, and then it just stuck.
It's more than likely Ali.
It was a preliminary name because I
just
just
stuck.
needed something to put on our presentation deck.
Yeah. It's a
And
great presentation. I really like that presentation.
Yeah, the colorways was nice, isn't it? Thank you. And then it just stuck. And
No,
now we're here.
The best part of that deck was you making the layout of the room by downloading a free room layout.
Yeah. And then instead of when I tried to export it, it was like, now you have to pay for it.
Screenshot, motherfucker.
Screenshot, am I a dickhead? I feel bad for those companies. They should really do something to block people screenshotting it. They're losing so much money. Who buys it at that point?
I don't know. But you know what the funny thing is?
Would you buy it? You would buy it.
I would straight up buy it.
Yeah, you
I
would.
wouldn't know what to do. I would have just made it in like PowerPoint. Just recreated it.
Turkish people are very good at not paying for things.
We're supposed to be like that as well. It's just
Yeah.
I've got to a point in my life where I just throw money at problems.
My dad's the type of guy. My dad will try and get you down on the price in Tesco.
I do that when
Yeah.
when I'm paying for petrol. I go, can I have a discount on that? And they look at me like I'm a madman.
If that ever worked, have you ever left a petrol station without paying?
No, I have not.
I have. Here's what happened. Twice I went in, and you know when you buy like a Lucozade or a Kit Kat, right?
Yeah.
To go with your petrol. So I did that, and then I got talking to the woman, and she forgot to ask about petrol, and I forgot to mention that I had petrol, and then after I left, I checked my receipt, and they only charged me for the Lucozade, or the chocolate, whatever it was, and gave me like £50 worth of petrol, allegedly.
Interesting.
This may or may not have happened, allegedly.
Did it happen twice?
It may have happened twice, allegedly. May or may not have happened, allegedly.
I have gone in, paid for something, walked out, got in the car, turned it on and realised I'd filled up, and then gone back in and paid for it.
You're an honest man.
But, you know you can pay off the app these days. You can pay directly off the app.
That's long, though.
It is, but for some reason, I feel like they wouldn't know if I paid off the app. I just feel wrong for paying off the app.
I have a feeling those Amazon supermarkets are going to fail, you know?
Why?
Because I think they're fixing a problem that people don't have. I don't think people generally care. I think people find it more tedious getting the app out. It's going to take a lot of behavior shift to get people used to just getting the app out, signing into their Amazon account and scanning as they go along.
I think they will integrate it into such a seamless user experience.
Have you been to one?
I haven't been to one of the tillless.
Yeah.
You're completely tillless. You walk in with the...
I've been to one, and they need people standing on the door to explain to you how to use it, and it takes longer because then some people don't even have the app, so they have to download the app. So it actually takes, you end up queuing outside to get in, which defeats the purpose.
Have you been to a Whole Foods? Is it Whole Foods that do this?
No, the Amazon Goes.
Oh,
There's
the
one
Amazon
in
Goes,
Chalk Farm near Camden Town.
Mate, I don't live near Camden.
You need to explore London more, Viraj.
I do. You know, I haven't been to Camden. Used to be a good old stomping ground of mine. I bought a pair of fake Beats headphones there. I thought I was the shit.
Camden is the weirdest place in the world. You can see a crackhead, right, who's dressed like a businessman, telling you about how COVID is being used to give us all 5G. And sometimes you're sitting there like...
Have you ever bought the CDs that people hand out?
No, but I followed someone on Instagram.
Mate, I bought someone's CD for a single penny.
I got hustled in Brooklyn by one of those guys.
Did you?
Yeah. When I was 16, I ended up paying $30 for a CD because I was just a bit intimidated by him. $30 for a CD, Viraj.
You paid $30. Who pays $30?
I was on
for a
my own
CD?
in Brooklyn in New York with two other 16-year-olds.
What, do you think you were balling out? 16.
Yeah.
16.
We thought it would be
Sorry,
a good idea.
$30, which is like
This was
20
in
quid.
2012, 13.
Oh, back when CDs were a thing.
No, it wasn't a thing back then either, mate. Spotify was out then.
It was, but it wasn't like massive.
I wasn't listening to CDs in... Actually, no, I was. I take that back. I was listening to a CD when I lost my virginity, actually. Funny you say that. Which kind of makes me feel a little bit retro, like, you know, in the movies.
You lost your virginity to a CD.
No, like the music playing from the CD while I was losing my virginity.
What is the
Straight
best
Take
music
Care.
to listen to whilst you're having sex?
I was listening... Oh, I don't know. I don't really listen to music.
Well, it's definitely not R. Kelly anymore.
What I like to do is I like to put a bit of porn in the background. No, I don't. I don't like to do that.
That would be a topic for another day.
I like to put Gino D'Acampo videos on while having sex.
Who the fuck is Gino D'Acampo?
The chef, the Italian chef.
Oh,
Riccardo
Gino.
Gino,
Yeah.
He
I
lives
had
around
his,
here.
I had his pasta the other day. It's good stuff.
He lives literally in Hoddesdon, down the road.
Really?
Yeah, we can go see him after. He's a
Yes,
friend of mine.
please.
Yeah.
Can you cook us up a storm?
I go there every week. He cooks me carbonara. I've told you about this.
Lovely.
I told you Gino's a family friend.
You can fuck off.
You don't believe my lies? Give me the shisha.
I see through
Lying
them.
bastard.
I see through them. Topic of today. You.
No, you.
No, you.
No, you.
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 Oh.
You.
Are you flirting with me?
Love. Are you flirting with me?
Mate, I love it.
Tell me about you. There you are every day in the library, reading those books. Who are you? What's your story? I don't know. But what I do know, Marianne, is that I need to know.
Oh, I love it. Absolutely love that.
You know
show.
what I love about Joe from you?
Go on.
Whenever he kills someone, yeah? The inner monologue goes, I did this for you. Did you, though? Or did you do it for yourself?
No, of course he didn't. But for some reason, I mean, as a psychologist, you'll probably be able to explain this.
No, but go on.
Maybe not. I somehow relate to Joe. Not empathize with Joe, not sympathize with Joe. I relate to Joe.
That's so disturbing.
I know. It's not with the killing bit. I had a long think about this in the car. It's not the killing I relate to, because otherwise I'd be a psychopath or a sociopath or mass murderer or whatever it is. I relate to the obsession bit. When you're chasing after someone, and you know his inner monologue starts becoming quite obsessive and taking things and like constantly thinking about that person and doing things to get to that person and just be in front of them and like stage a conversation. I relate to that.
Really?
Yep.
It's kind of scary.
It is kind of scary.
Give me an example. Do the inner monologue of something that you've obsessed about.
I don't think I can do the inner monologue.
Is
but
it my penis?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's absolutely not.
Right.
Mate, I don't obsess about your penis. It's too much girth for me.
Yeah,
all
it's
right?
girthy as fuck. It's an angry Turkish penis.
Ooh, I don't want anything of that. But it will
My
be like
penis has strong triceps.
when you
Anyway,
meet someone. When you meet someone, and it's like, okay, so I've met you. I know nothing about you. Let's go and find out.
You are like that.
And I will do everything. I will
You-
do the Facebook. I will do the Instagram, Twitter. I will to the point where I will search your name up on Google just to see if you exist.
Who are you? Where are you? Muhsin.
Yes, Elara. It's just a weird one. For some reason, I relate to that.
You do get intensely interested in people.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
I'm sick and tired of hiding the bodies with you, by the way. I'm fed up. You've ruined 2 cars now.
What
Can't
can I
leave
say?
you for more than 5 minutes without you murdering an innocent bystander on the street.
Allegedly.
Because they said thank you to you when they held you a door.
Or press the traffic light button for me. Who are you?
You.
I think it's really it's weird. Yeah, sure. It's a great show though. Fucking brilliant show. And when Love's Inner Monologue came out in season 2, oh my days, I was just
Spoiler
shocked.
alerts, by the way.
Yeah, plenty. Not
So,
from season 3, but if you
you-
haven't, well, fuck it.
If you haven't watched it, go watch another episode of 1 Minute Smoke or Smoke Sessions now. 3, 2, 1. Spoiler alerts. Go. Start talking about it again.
When Love's Inner Monologue comes out in season 2, like halfway through, I think it's episode 5, I lost it. I was like, oh my god. And then when it happened again in season 3, I just forgot she had an inner monologue.
Yeah.
And I was kind of waiting for it in episode 1, episode 2, forgot 3, 4 came out in 5. I think it was 5. And I was like, oh my god, of course she's a psychopath as well.
Yeah.
And it's just, oh, have you watched all of it?
Yeah.
Mate, when he knew that she was going to kill him.
He played the little
knew.
Uno reverse card, didn't it?
Yeah.
I respect it.
You know the trend that's going on when he goes, she knows, dum, 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 she knows, with J. Cole.
Yeah.
And someone did it over that moment where he's looking at her and he's taking the knife underneath and he's like, oh, fuck, I'm screwed.
Yeah. Who's worse? People are having this debate.
Who's worse?
Yeah.
Joe.
Joe's worse.
Yeah, Joe's 100% worse.
Go on, why?
Why is Joe worse? Because he, you know, makes it all right in his head that it's okay to do all of this by just logic. He thinks it's logical to just kill someone and hide the body instead of just having a conversation. That's like your first thing is to kill her. Why?
I would disagree with you. I do it to a certain extent. I think Joe is worse, but not for the reason you said in season 3. The reason I think Joe is worse is because Joe has got it in his head that he's becoming a more rational person.
By killing
He's
people.
not. No, because he resisted killing people essentially right up until he killed Marianne's ex-husband,
Yeah.
right? But he was still implicated in all those murders, and he was blaming Love the entire time. When at least Love was, although she was killing people, at least she was more direct about, I really got to stop doing this. Whereas Joe was trying to rationalize that he was becoming a better person, when in actuality it was business as usual, really, for him.
Do you think the character gets a kick out of watching Love kill people and then having to do all the bits afterwards?
That was their love language.
Do you think?
Yeah, that was the thing when they were laying in bed. The only time they were getting along is when they were killing people with each other. And they literally said, I would kill for you. And his eyes went, that's their love language.
To kill people.
He thought Marianne was the love of his life and his soulmate. No, your soulmate was Love because she's a mirror of you.
Yes. Absolutely. And then she says it just before she dies. Ah.
Joe has this victim mentality and he tries to save women. And it's kind of a theme. Like, I mean,
It's a theme in guys.
it's
Knight
a
in shining
theme in guys
armor,
are
all of
trying
that.
to save women. Obviously, to a much extremer
I was like that.
version. And it's a reflection of the relationship he had with his mother, constantly trying to defend her.
Mm-hmm.
And then his nurse.
Was it his nurse or his
it was
teacher's?
No, it was his nurse at the foster school.
Joe is a weird, complex character, and if you like relate to the killing bit and doing the logic bit of all of that, and squaring it off in your head like that, I would go and see a therapist.
There wasn't a single character in this series of You that was a well put together, rational person. And what was clever about that is, on surface level, a lot of them are living perfect lives. And it kind of reflects this day and age of social media, people putting their best foot forward,
Do you not think?
when in reality they all have these dark secrets. For example, the black woman and her boyfriend.
is her name Susie? Whatever. her
Yeah,
name was.
whatever her name was.
The influencer.
Yeah, the influencer. On the surface level, she lives this perfect suburban life. She's this successful
2
influencer.
kids. Husband's looks amazing.
But
works
when
out.
push comes to shove, they nearly killed each other.
I guess that's most relationships on the surface.
The mother, again, this perfect businesswoman, drinking problem. Love, this, she's from the Quinn family, a successful family. She started her own bakery. She's got this gorgeous husband with this gorgeous kid. Bakery's going great. Serial killer.
The kid wasn't that good looking though. Didn't think it was a cute kid.
Can't even remember what the kid looks like, but yeah.
All of those, you're all right. All of those relationships are a little bit fucked up, but it's a perfect reflection of reality.
Yeah. It reflects how people put their best foot forward on social media, when in reality everyone has their demons. Obviously to an extreme example, but there it is.
Out of all the families, who do you think had the worst relationship?
What do you mean the worst relationship?
So, like in terms of like
The couples.
The couples. So you had the father of the first lady that died, the neighbor, with the stepson. Well, yeah, so she had the stepson. Then you had obviously Love and Joe, and then you've got the influencer and her husband. I think those are the main characters. Oh, and then you got the mum and her ex-husband.
I think it was Joe and Love had the worst relationship because their relationship was essentially built on trying to salvage a relationship that they had with someone else in their past.
Who was Love's?
Love was looking for the perfect husband because she grew up in a family with a toxic relationship.
But do you not think that because they were both trying to love people in their past, that, or fix whatever that was, that they were better as a relation, better as a couple because they were both trying to do it together?
No.
Just without telling each other they were trying to do that because they didn't actually know they were trying to do
No,
that.
because that's not the foundations of any good relationship. If you're trying to fill a void, right, if you're trying to fill a void in your life with a partner to fill the void of a previous relationship, it's doomed to fail. It's when people go for people because they have unresolved daddy issues or mother issues. That's not going to work.
And how do you work on that? How do you
First-
fix yourself or get better or whatever it is?
Honestly, no idea. But first, you need to acknowledge it and stop putting those expectations on your partner and pick someone for them and not for who you think they could be and what hole they can fill in your life. If you unravel all the relationships you've had in the past that you don't have anymore, it's a lot clearer to see why you were in the relationships you were in with people, boyfriend, girlfriend, friend, whatever it may be. Once you no longer speak to those people, you can see what they were.
Yeah, true. I'd agree with that. I've done that many times.
Yeah.
More often than not on the drive home.
What void were they filling that I didn't see at the time?
It's usually, for me, this void of just feels like I think someone should be there, so let me go and find someone.
Yeah. We spoke about this in the last episode. When you get with someone because you like the idea of them more than who they actually are.
That's a problem. That is a very big problem.
It's like when someone asks you, who are you? And then you say, well, I'm a videographer, I have a YouTube channel, I do podcasts. No, that's what you do.
So who are you?
Me, I am a sexy motherfucker.
I'm aware of that.
I'm a chubby 5'7" Turkish boy who likes to make people laugh, Viraj. I get a kick out of making people laugh.
But that's what you like doing. That's not you, is it?
Don't know.
So who are you? Beck. Guinevere. Beck. Guinevere was a great name.
That's a terrible name. Shisha me. Answering who you are is a very difficult question.
Who am I?
People constantly trying to work out who they want to be before they've worked out who they are.
But learning who you are is this ever long journey. Like, you're never going to stop. You're constantly changing. Like, I'm constantly figuring out things I like, things I dislike, tics that piss me off, situations that do that, and having to adapt and learn and you know, obviously remember that next time you're in those situations. So you never really know who you are. You just know the past version of yourself.
From a psychological perspective, if I had to give a psychological answer, you are the product of your personality traits and the product of your genetics that manifests itself in different situations every day in your life. You are the product of those personality traits, those tendencies, those experiences in each situation. And each situation you find yourself in then has a role and effect on how you handle future situations. Generally, your personality traits throughout your life are quite stable. After a certain age, yeah. After adolescence, your personality traits remain quite stable throughout your life.
What would cause them to change?
They generally don't.
So they wouldn't change at all, even if you had some like life-altering
I mean,
event?
they can, but generally speaking,
Well, even in high
the
stress
normal person,
situations?
the normal person generally demonstrates stable personality traits throughout their lives. So you have the big 5 personality traits, so extroversion, introversion, neuroticism, conscientiousness, and whatever, agreeableness, openness, right? And you can measure those, and generally speaking, they stay stable throughout your lives.
What are you?
Well, I'm extremely extroverted. I'm quite agreeable. I'm very low on neuroticism. I'm probably mid-level on conscientiousness. What about you?
I don't know them off the top of my head. So extroversion, yeah, absolutely. But then I do like a good bit of just being by myself and enjoying my own company. I think boarding school did that, but yeah. Conscientiousness, what does that mean?
How often you consider your actions and the impact they have on others and other people?
Yeah, I am quite conscientious.
Interesting.
I think.
I feel like I'm not. The other day, this person told me that they were diabetic, so I put a slice of cake under their nose. That wasn't a very conscientious thing to do.
But isn't that just you being a comic?
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
But the
Probably
okay,
wasn't.
so I guess, yeah. So you don't have much conscientiousness.
You're ugly, Viraj. Oh shit, it's the conscientiousness, man.
Ooh,
Sorry.
stop with your tics.
Oh, sorry. It's
What
like
else is
Tourette's.
there? Extroversion, conscientiousness.
I'm a Virgo.
I'm a Scorpio, mate.
I'm gonna use my star sign to justify all the terrible things I do to people now.
Big 5.
I can tell you. So it's extroversion, introversion. So that's. And by the way, these aren't categories. You're not either high or low. They're spectrums.
Yes. I remember when I was building my app, I called you about this.
Yes.
Right. Openness, yeah, definitely open. Agreeableness, friendly, compassionate versus critical and rational. I think there's a strong balance between those two. Openness to experience, inventive, curious versus consistent and cautious. I think that there is a middle line between those two.
You're also sexy.
I know. You want to feel my bald head later? It's very oily.
Ugh, it is.
I told you. Neuroticism, sensitive, nervous versus resilient and confident. I think in certain circumstances I'm nervous, but more often than not I'm confident.
Let me ask you another question.
Go on.
Is there any others?
No, those were all of them.
Would you say you're more or less biased? No, better question. Would you say you're more or less prejudiced than the average person?
More or less prejudiced than the average person.
No cop out. Just answer. Be honest. Be honest.
More.
Really? Why?
I think so. Because I know what I don't like. And that makes me prejudiced.
And that's the immigrants. Sorry, tick. My bad.
I am an immigrant. My family were immigrants, you know, we had a hard life. Right?
Ah.
I'm kidding.
So you're another thing, right? So you're Indian Kenyan, right?
Yeah, East African Asian.
Right. See, I've got a problem with that.
Why?
I don't like it when Indians claim the whole Kenya thing,
We don't.
but I don't like it when they do in general.
Why is that?
Because I feel like some of them do it because they think it's trendy to say they're from Africa. But if
Mate,
you're- and here's my thing, right?
Here's what
I'm going to say to all Indian Kenyan people, right? If you're going to claim
East African Asians, mate.
right? So if you're going
East
to
African
claim,
Indian.
okay, so if you're going to claim you're from Kenya, right?
Yeah.
Run the 800 meters. Go on.
There was a film about that. They did a film on that.
Did they?
Yeah. It's
Indians
called
running the 800 meters.
Bag Milka Bag.
They stop halfway like it.
He drank a lot of milk.
He
He
just
drank a
too far away.
lot of milk.
I
And it
tell
made
you
him
what-
strong.
I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll wait here. You bring the baton to me, I sell it. We sell baton, we buy 2 batons. Am I going to get cancelled for that? Probably. Cancel,
Nah,
mate.
that's all right.
I want to be famous.
I think East African Indians, East African Asians, whatever you want to call us, one, we are accepted as part of Kenyan society. We are a tribe. It's official. Yeah. You know,
Run the 800 meters.
Worked hard for that. I can run the 800. I'll beat
Bollocks.
you.
Probably. Actually, yeah. Almost certainly.
You put me into anything. We're having this boxing match as well. Don't
I'm gonna
forget.
fuck you up. Carry on.
2 years. But there is a very big personality difference between Indian Kenyans, Indian Kenyans and Indian. I'd call them Indian Indians. There's a very big difference, and a lot of Indian Kenyans will agree. East African Asians will agree on this. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, it's just I feel like they are integrated in society just a little bit slicker. They're just a slicker individuals. I'm not too sure why and why I think that, but I've just maybe it's just me.
It's your prejudice.
Yeah, probably.
Run the
Probably.
800 meters,
I
Viraj.
will run the 800. What, should we just film it? Me running the 800. What
Yeah.
time would I get?
That'll get your Kenyan
I don't
validation.
know, man. Am I prejudiced? Yeah, of course I'm prejudiced. I think everyone's prejudiced, but I am probably more.
Do you know why I asked you that question about
Why?
whether you're more or less prejudiced than the average person?
Go on.
Because the average person, right, generally says that they are less prejudiced. The overwhelming majority say
So they're less prejudiced.
less prejudiced than the rest of the population, right? Which is of course impossible because everyone can't be less prejudiced than everyone. There's got to be some fuckers.
So I chose the right answer.
Which is interesting, right? Because if you ask any overtly, clearly racist person,
Yeah.
they don't ever think they're racist. They just think they're right. Even Tommy Robinson. Oh, you ask Tommy Robinson, he's the most tolerant person on the planet. I'm not racist, mate. There's just some questions about Islam that we need to get answered, okay? Right? How comes they can come to our country and do the Sharia lawyer? It's not on, mate. It's not on. No, I'm not having it, right? I miss good British values, like fish and chips on a Sunday. Okay?
You can still get it.
Listen, all you racists, right? I'm gonna go on a little run, right? All you racists, yeah. All you racists out there, yeah, right? You want to get rid of immigrants? Fine, we'll leave, yeah? And the next day, good luck getting your takeaways, yeah? See how much you want us then. We love you. We're about to increase the price of kebab shops. Your doner kebab? It's just gone up by £2, bruv. For your silliness. You wanted to get rid of immigrants? Where are the lorry drivers? You enjoying that? It was fun waiting outside the petrol stations, innit? Yeah.
It's not fun filling up for 148.
No, but we need our sovereignty back. What does that mean, Shirley? What does the word sovereignty mean?
I love that
I
argument.
don't know what it means.
I love that argument. Do you know why I like that argument?
Yeah, go on.
Because our sovereignty is not even English. It's German. I love that argument because you just throw that one out there. Queen's German. She's got German heritage.
Spacken de Deutsch.
I love that family tree.
Yeah.
But people want to think Queenie's Queenie. Queenie's Queenie.
But keep being racist because that's where my comedy comes from. So, I like it. Sheesh me.
I hate the back of the throat.
Did it? You like things hitting the back of your throat, don't you? You naughty boy.
You caught me mid-smoke, mate. Why do you think racist people are racist?
Oh. Well, where do we begin, Viraj? Why are racist people racist?
That was the question.
It's really a broad question. Where are we starting? Give me more specifics because it really depends on where we are in the world.
Is it childhood? Is it society? Is it culture? Is it all of those things wrapped together? What makes a person racist?
Right. A kid comes up to me on the playground when I'm 8 years old and says, "Go back to your own country."
Mhm.
Where did that kid learn that from?
Parents.
Right. And where did the parents learn it from?
Parents?
Okay, yeah. So one, there's deep-seated racism in this country that goes back hundreds of years and it's probably tied into the British Empire and this idea that Britishness is superior to the rest of the world, right? And that's kind of carried on across generations, right? So there's that. Two, there's a level of threat that people experience when their communities change. So when people grow up in a predominantly white area and then immigrants move in, right, and the area naturally changes with the times, some people find that intimidating and it turns into prejudicial attitudes. So you kind of saw that happening with the Windrush generation, which is when people from the Caribbean started coming here, I believe in the 60s, maybe I got that, or the 50s, maybe I got that wrong. They were greeted to high levels of tension, racism and animosity towards them because a lot of people found it intimidating. And I feel bad for the Windrush generation because a lot of them, you can see the videos for themselves. They were coming here because they always assumed they were part of the British Empire, right?
Yep.
And then when they came here, they realized they weren't really that welcome at all. And now there's government papers to show that they were made to feel uncomfortable on purpose.
Yes.
There were strategies in play by government forces to make them feel as unwelcome as possible.
To find this stuff, please go and visit Akala on any form of social media, and he explains this down to a T.
Yes,
perfectly.
Akala is where I got my information for this. Yeah, he's really good on this kind of stuff, on the history of racism towards the Afro-Caribbean societies in the UK. But asking what makes people racist, it's like, what makes the sky blue? It's really complicated. It's not that easy to answer.
Let's
There's
change
a
the
whole
question.
host of factors.
How do you change someone's mind that is racist? Aside from just, spitting the word educate at them.
Okay, well, there's good... I think you have to look at the UK geography to kind of resolve that issue. So there's good evidence to suggest that the more integrated an area is across cultures, the less racism, prejudicial attitudes, hate crimes there are in that area.
Okay.
Right? The less diverse an area was in the UK, the more likely they were to actually vote for Brexit, right? Which is interesting, especially when you consider that one of the main push points for people to vote, pull points for people to vote for Brexit was because they thought that immigration reached an unsustainable level, which just wasn't true at any economic level, right? So the more diverse an area, generally the more people interact and learn about other cultures, and the less likely they are to develop prejudicial attitudes. It's actually very hard to change people's prejudicial attitudes, just like it's really hard to debunk misinformation when it's deeply ingrained into someone's worldview.
But you need to do a better job at your job then.
I can't do it, Raj. I'm here talking to you about penises and silly topics. I'm busy.
Well, then give up comedy.
I like it.
My favourite one-liner of yours, or was it two-liner? I think you mentioned this before, is when Muslims come up to you and they go, "Oh, look at him. He's doing wrong, right? He's not Islamic." And you go, "Well, I do a PhD in radicalization and Islamophobia. What are you doing for Islam?" That is like, it's like, what can you say to that?
Yeah, it's all well and good sitting around judging other people, but what are you doing for your people?
Me, absolutely
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, because you're a terrible human being, Viraj. You can't
I
run the 800
haven't
meters.
considered that.
You haven't even tried to run the 800 meters, have you?
I have. That's
How
what I
did
used
you
to run
do?
in sports day.
Really?
Yep.
Where'd you come?
Not first.
Pathetic.
Yeah.
Have you ever come to one of my comedy shows and seen me not win, Viraj? I always win.
Do you want me to answer that question honestly?
Okay, sometimes I don't win.
And
How
what do you-
good was
and
that?
what do you blame?
How good was that video of that woman telling me how terrible I was?
Oh, it's so good.
It's my favourite video
It's
of all time.
so good. Did she even know like where you were in the video? Did she even know that it was actually you on stage, or did you just this figure?
I have no idea, but she was really intent on telling me how bad she thought my performance was.
It's a tough crowd.
I love it.
Top Secret's a tough venue to perform. Is Top Secret like the UK's Comedy Store?
I mean, the UK has a comedy store.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
What is the premier location for comedy in the United Kingdom?
Top Secret's up there.
Top Secret's up there.
Yeah. So's Vauxhall. So's the comedy store. So is Up the Creek. So is Glee Club.
Glee Club.
Even 21 Soho's doing really well now. There's lots of great clubs to watch comedy, but the place you need to be is 1 Minute Smoke, October 28th. Tickets are £15 online because you missed out on early bird because you're a silly, silly person. Come to the show. We're going to have a smoke machine for no reason at the entrance, right? We're going to have lights. There's going to be a DJ. There's going to be food. Viraj will feed you the food while calling you pretty. And then he'll probably follow you home because he's a bit like Joe from You. But that's besides the point. He won't kill you. He doesn't go that far. Come to 1 Minute Smoke. Give me a cuddle. I'll put you in a headlock while on stage. It'll be amazing.
Do you want to do the epileptic?
Oh, yeah. And
announcement?
also, there's going to be a lot of lights, like a ridiculous amount of lights. So if you're epileptic, please let us know. Wear sunglasses. Safe.
We can provide them as well. Viraj always has one on his head for no apparent reason. They just might be a little bit oily.
She's just so bad for you, man.
Should we stop?
No.
Oh, Lord. Right. You know what we're going to do today? We're going to do some quickfire.
Okay. What's
Right.
this about?
Quickfire questions. Right. I want Twitter. That's what I want. Quickfire Twitter. Some stuff that's been in the news, Mr. Solana. I want your take.
Okay.
We're going to go to Twitter. Well, the first three are crypto. What's your take
Okay.
on crypto, Mr. Solana?
Crypto's fantastic. It makes me a lot of money. I like it. I don't understand what it does or why it's useful, but it's fun. Next.
Do you think the UK is going to be forced into another lockdown by the new Delta Plus variant?
I bloody hope not, because my mum and dad will drive me mental, right? Let's just crack on with it. Everyone get vaccinated if you haven't already. I highly recommend it. It's good for you.
Netflix employees staging walkout over Chappelle's special.
These motherfuckers. Yeah. Just stay, bruv. Relax, yeah? Dave Chappelle is not your enemy, right? You have bigger problems than Dave Chappelle. Much bigger problems. Listen to the special again. He made it very clear. It's never been about the LGBT community for him. It's about how he feels he has been treated and how his people have been treated. Next.
I like that. That was a good answer. Dave doesn't want to hurt anyone. All right, I know him personally. All right, I've been to one of his shows, talked to him. He's a nice guy. All right, Dave, Chappelle, Mr. Chappelle, pleasure.
Yeah.
Right. Women are reporting being spiked in nightclubs across the UK.
That is messed up, right? And nightclubs need to do more to protect women.
What can nightclubs do?
Maybe change the way drinks are supplied. No open lids. Make sure when they see men acting inappropriately, they
So
just
what?
get
We're going to
kicked
get
out.
Costa cups or Starbucks cups for.
Okay, here's what needs to happen. You see a guy acting inappropriately in a nightclub, instead of just calling a blind eye, tell security, kick him out straight away. And also maybe safer cups.
Have you ever done that?
Done what?
Have you ever watched someone put someone in someone's drink?
No, never.
Have you ever seen someone act inappropriately and tell security, look, mate?
I've told them to their face. I've
Have you?
pulled people away from people.
Very interesting. I've
I
never been in
strangled
that
a guy
situation.
once, but we won't talk about that.
What? Allegedly.
Yeah.
The rest of this is just fintech, or cryptocurrency, and this is just my feed, isn't it?
Yeah.
How do I get the stuff that's like?
You're in your echo chamber. Get
Yeah,
out.
I know.
See some different perspectives, Viraj.
Right, pull up your Twitter.
Right.
Ashley Banjo is trending.
What's he done? Has he been
I don't
cancelled?
know.
If Ashley Banjo is getting cancelled, we're all screwed.
Who is Ashley Banjo?
He's the guy from...
Oh, here we go. Faces Jim Davidson after diversity comment in a tense interview. What did he say?
Oh, what did...
We live in a time where we have to be anti-racist. True words have never been spoken. Ashley Banjo. Ashley Banjo, Britain in black and white. I'll look into the reaction of diversity's BGT performance last year and dig deeper into racism in Britain. Oh no, this is him tweeting.
Right.
Oh, so he's talking about racism.
Okay.
Oh, Jim Davidson walked out of an interview with diversity star Ashley Banjo when the latter accused him of holding inherently racist views over his reaction to Dance Troop's tribute to Black Lives Matter movement. Well done, Jim. BML Banjo. So the interviewer walked out of the interview.
Because he thought Ashley was being racist.
No, because Ashley accused him of inherently racist views.
Right. Well, that's between Ashley and Jim, and I hope you guys can work out soon. And if you can't, have a fight, right, Jake Paul style, and make millions.
Mate, you used the wrong door. Jim used the wrong door to
Jim,
walk out.
use the correct door. Silly bastard.
Racism in this country is like... Racism across the world is such a weird issue.
Yeah, racism is bad, to be fair. So, Tommy Fury is fighting Jake Paul December 18th in Miami after talks between celebrity fighting rivals.
Give me a good fight. Tommy better win.
Tommy better win.
Tommy's an actual boxer.
You know what Tyson said? If Tommy doesn't win, he's going to get battered by us in the gym.
His dad was like, he's not fighting. He's retiring if he loses to Jake Paul. I think Tommy Fury, cracking lad, cracking boxer. If he... cracking modern era social media boxer. He's played the game right. Just don't change your name. Like, don't do it. What else?
Right, let's see what's in the news. Right, okay. Oh, Trump. Here we go. Trump's family business, which is already under indictment in Manhattan, is facing a criminal investigation by another prosecutor's office that has begun to examine financial dealings at a golf course that the company owns. Donald Trump, a criminal? No. Really? Well, I never. A billionaire having dodgy financial dealings. That's gotta be fake news.
Yeah, well, he's a billionaire. Why would you question it?
What else we got here? I like this quickfire stuff.
We
The
should do
NHS. As UK coronavirus cases continue to rise, leading to warn about NHS capacity, the government may soon come under pressure to start rolling out Plan B.
What is Plan B?
When you get an abortion.
Well, I've never used it, so
We're
I wouldn't know.
aborting the country.
I think we will go into another lockdown, despite everything everyone's ever said, and all the government kind of like announcements. We'll be forced into one.
The Queen is ordered to take a period of rest. Who's ordering the Queen? I'd like to see that. Cancels upcoming trip to Northern Ireland. I reckon she just didn't fancy going to Northern Ireland.
What's your take on the Queen visiting country? What's your take on our Queen?
I don't really know her.
No, on the
She-
whole Queenie thing.
She used to be fit.
Really?
She was quite sexy back in the day.
Diana, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the Queen was fit as well.
Diana's my cup of tea.
She's great for her age. She looks great for her age.
She
I
looks
must say.
incredible for
Yeah.
her age. I don't know how she's kept living
I
for that
reckon
long.
she could still do more push-ups than me. Easy. Queenie.
Baby.
Philip.
She has the perfect British accent.
Come suck on these tits one more time,
Oh,
Philip.
Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord.
Philip.
We're going to have, like, the Secret Service here. Or our version of the Secret Service. No, you can't talk about the Queen like
Lizzie, would it be unroyal of you to lick my balls tonight? Oh, Philip. That's so naughty, Philip. Get the corgis on the bed, they'll help me.
that. Those corgis have been around for a while.
Do you reckon Prince Philip accidentally shouted Diana while having sex with Queen Elizabeth? That must have been awkward. Diana! Oh, sorry, Elizabeth. It's only you I had in mind. He was a dirty bastard, Prince Philip, innit?
I don't know.
People were upset with Prince Philip because he was racist. He was born in 1910, people. I'd be surprised if he wasn't racist.
It's funny,
Wait, he wasn't born in 1910, but he was that decade. I love this song, by the way.
that era of the world. I can't actually hear the song.
I'll sing it to you. Yeah, and I met you. The day for forever. We do 1 minute smoke. We'll do it together. When I met you, Viraj, you still had hair. You still had hair. And then you lost it. You lost your hair. You lost your hair.
And on that note, it's time to end the show.
Thank you for coming.
My absolute pleasure. It's always a lovely pleasure to see you, Muhsin. Once a week, I see you in the flesh. And then I've got to go and kind of like therapy myself for the whole week to get back.
And remember, go fuck yourself. Thank you.